Salam, my beautiful brothers and sisters. Imagine a time when someone so powerful and deceptive appears, testing our faith like never before. This figure will perform amazing miracles, control the weather, and even pretend to offer paradise. But behind his promises lies a trap meant to lead people astray. Who is this deceiver, and how can we stay safe from his tricks? Join me as we uncover the signs and the deep lessons from one of Islam's most important prophecies. The story of Dajjal, also known as the false messiah or Antichrist in Islamic eschatology, is a pivotal prophecy that warns of an end-times trial involving deception, false promises, and tests of faith. Dajjal is seen as a figure who will come to mislead humanity, challenging believers and pushing the faithful to rely deeply on their spirituality, knowledge, and recognition of truth. The name Dajjal itself means the deceiver or the liar, hinting at his role as a figure of trickery and deception. Islamic traditions suggest that Dajjal will appear during a time of immense social and economic unrest, when people are most vulnerable and desperate for relief. His purpose is to separate those whose faith is strong from those who are easily swayed, ultimately distinguishing true believers from those who follow material desires or are deceived by superficial promises. Dajjal is described in various hadiths as possessing unique physical traits. He is said to be blind in one eye, while the other appears unusually large or bulging, like a floating grape. This distinguishing trait is one of the clear markers of Dajjal and signifies his inability to see the truth, a metaphor for his spiritual blindness. Some narrations state that Dajjal will have the word kafir, meaning disbeliever, imprinted on his forehead. However, only true believers will be able to read this marking, helping them to identify him despite his illusions. Dajjal's powers and illusions. Dajjal is described as wielding powers and performing miracles that are beyond human capacity, which he uses to manipulate people. His abilities are extraordinary, but they are designed as a means to deceive rather than to benefit humanity genuinely. Control over nature. Dajjal will be able to control the weather, making it rain or causing severe drought based on his whim. People who follow him will receive prosperity, and their lands will flourish with crops, while those who reject him will suffer hardship. This manipulation of resources creates a powerful illusion, leading people to believe in his supposed divinity. Creating illusions of heaven and hell. Dajjal will carry with him two rivers or visions, one that looks like paradise and another that resembles hellfire. However, these are illusions. According to Islamic teachings, his paradise is actually a pathway to hell, and his hell is an illusion that hides true salvation. This is a powerful symbol of his nature as a deceiver, manipulating appearances to confuse and mislead. The ability to revive the dead. In a particularly dramatic show of power, Dajjal is said to be able to bring the dead back to life, which adds to his appeal as a miracle worker. This resurrection illusion is meant to challenge believers and make them question their faith, as it seems only a godlike figure could perform such acts. Wealth and luxury. Dajjal's followers will find themselves blessed with material wealth and luxury, furthering the appeal of aligning with him. This tactic plays on people's weaknesses, making it difficult for many to resist, as they become captivated by the illusion of comfort and prosperity he offers. The era of Dajjal, a test of faith. The time of Dajjal's reign is prophesied to be one of great trials and moral corruption. People facing difficulties may turn to him out of desperation, and his promises of relief will be enticing, especially to those who value worldly comforts over spiritual truths. Islamic tradition emphasizes that true believers will recognize him for what he is, aided by the physical signs in their faith, and will resist his temptations. However, this will be an immensely challenging test, as Dajjal's powers will appear genuine, blurring the line between illusion and reality. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, gave his followers specific guidance on how to guard themselves from Dajjal's influence. Surah Al-Kahf. Muslims are encouraged to recite Surah Al-Kahf, chapter 18 of the Quran, every Friday as a shield against Dajjal's deceptions. This chapter contains stories of faith and endurance, offering lessons on relying on Allah rather than worldly illusions. Avoiding confrontation. The Prophet advised believers to avoid direct encounters with Dajjal, as his deceptive abilities will be so overwhelming that even strong believers may struggle to remain steadfast. Faith and knowledge. Strengthening one's iman, faith, and knowledge of Islamic teachings is seen as the best defense against Dajjal. Recognizing him and understanding the signs are crucial in resisting his influence, as his miracles and deceptions are specifically designed to manipulate those whose knowledge of faith is weak. The downfall of Dajjal. Islamic teachings prophesize that Dajjal's reign will ultimately end with the return of Prophet Isa, Jesus, who will descend from the heavens to lead the faithful against him. According to tradition, Prophet Isa will descend near the eastern minaret of the Umayyad Mosque in Damascus, Syria, a place that symbolizes the arrival of truth and divine justice. Prophet Isa's return is significant because he embodies the truth that will expose Dajjal's lies and illusions. The final confrontation between Prophet Isa and Dajjal is expected to take place near the city of Lod in present-day Israel. There, Isa will kill Dajjal, symbolizing the triumph of divine truth over deception. This event marks the beginning of an era of peace and justice, where truth and spirituality prevail over falsehood and materialism. Symbolism and lessons from the story of Dajjal. Dajjal's story is not just a prophecy about the end of times. It's a timeless allegory that resonates with the ongoing struggles between faith and materialism, truth and deception. Islamic tradition emphasizes that believers must rely on their inner strength and spiritual commitment to recognize Dajjal's deception. His promise of comfort, luxury, and apparent miracles is a metaphor for the temptations that constantly test humanity's faith. The tale of Dajjal also serves as a warning against the blind pursuit of wealth, power, and worldly comforts, reminding believers that true salvation lies in devotion to Allah. In essence, Dajjal's story is a lesson to prioritize spirituality and truth over material desires, as worldly gains can often conceal harmful deceptions. Ultimately, Dajjal's defeat signifies the victory of truth over falsehood and serves as a reassurance for believers that, despite the trials they may face, divine justice will prevail. His story encourages vigilance, urging believers to hold fast to their faith even when faced with the most challenging tests, knowing that sincere devotion will protect them and lead them to ultimate salvation. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more about the rich history of Islam, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Drop a comment below with your thoughts and don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Until next time, peace and blessings.